What's going on, Aries? I hope that you are having a beautiful day thus far, or have had a beautiful day thus far, either or. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to your collective Aries reading. Today we are going to be going into 2 decks just to see what Spirit has in store for you, or what Spirit wants you to know or be aware of. You can catch your Aries readings being posted on Mondays, and then your elemental readings will be posted on Fridays. So if those are things that you're wanting to keep up with, please do make sure that you subscribe to the channel. Do keep in mind that these are collective messages, so they may or may not resonate with you. However, if you need more assistance, guidance, clarification, confirmation, or support with your personal energy, do not hesitate to click the link in the description area and book your one-on-one session or service, okay? We will be going into 2 decks today, the Thoth Tarot deck as well as the Chakra Wisdom Oracle deck here. Let's get into your messages. All thanks and praise to the Most High. You know their hearts and you know their situations. Can you please give Aries the message that they need so they can be able to receive it with an open mind and an open heart? I ask that you give me the words to be able to articulate this message as best as possible, as well as clear anything standing in the way of their clarification, confirmation, transformation, and healing at this time. Ashe. Excuse me. Spirit, what is it that you need Aries to know at this time? Thank you. On the first rip, we got a few. Okay. All right, let's get right into it. Starting off, we have the 4 of Discs. Aries, right now it's time for you to pretty much like restructure or rebuild your foundation. When I say your foundation, it's like, you know, recognizing and realizing who you are outside of all of the labels, outside of all of the obligations that you feel like you have. Who are you, right? I want you to start taking into consideration, like, who are you? What are your traits, your characteristics? What are your skills? What are your gifts? And things of that nature. I do sense that with the 5 of Wands here in reverse showing up, that will definitely help you, like, not be so much, I guess, at a battle with yourself internally. So, you know, sometimes your heart and your mind can really be detached or in different places from one another, and you figuring out, or you finding out like who you are, rediscovering who you are, tapping into who you are, what you desire, what you want your life to look like, your relationships, your money flow, everything, right? Just start paying attention to what that is for you, and then how you can tap into it, or what you have inside of you that you can bring out to bring those things into fruition. In doing so, with the 6 of Cups showing up, it will definitely put you in a position to start having more pleasurable experiences. And that's something that you most definitely deserve. The things that you desire, the essence of what it is that you desire, is what you are very deserving of. So if you're, I guess, attaching your, emotions, in a sense, if you're attaching your emotions to particular things, particular people, and things of that nature, now it's time to start looking like underneath that. Because what you are associating your attachments to, or your pleasurable experience to, are things that are on the surface. But what is it actually doing for you? So if you are wanting extra money, or if you're chasing the bag, right? And not saying that chasing the bag is the wrong thing to do, but it's like, what is it providing you? Is it providing you more peace? Is it providing you freedom? Is it providing you stability? Like, things of that nature, right? You really just want to get down to the essence, because how can I describe this? It's almost like you're attaching this energy to something on the surface, and you're only looking for the energy to come in that way. Does that make sense? So if you say more peace, it's like you're attaching having more money to you obtaining peace. Well, peace can actually find you or come to you, or you can tap into it another way outside of you making money, right? Or if it's a relationship that you're wondering or worrying about, and you want this relationship to be more pleasurable, or you want this relationship to be more whatever you want it to be, there are, like, it doesn't have to necessarily come in from the relationship. You possibly could need to let the relationship go so that it can flow to you through other areas or other aspects of your life. You understand what I'm explaining? You have the Aeon in reverse, which is letting me know that there's some resistance in making a decision, right? A resistance in making a decision. And it possibly could be coming because you are seeking this information or seeking this confirmation or validation outside of yourself, if I can say it that way. A lot of external influences, right? But they're not really giving you, it's not given. I don't know how to explain that. It's not given. So you could ask your best friend, your cousin, your mama, your daddy, whomever, and the information that they're providing you, it's not necessarily settling well with your spirit, right? This is why you want to go back to your foundation, your core, and recognize that the things that you believe or how you believe you need to move in a sense may not be similar with everybody else, or maybe even because you've been around these people or this person for so long, you are kind of closed off to their opinion, right? That's why it's very important for you to surround yourself with different people, new people, right? People who are in a position that you want to operate in, right? Because if they're already operating in a position, then they can possibly give you some tips, some guidelines in order for you to start structuring yourself so that you can accomplish whatever it is that you desire to accomplish, right? So when you look at certain people and you're asking these things and they're giving you some advice, and I'm talking about the people who you've been around, right? They're giving you some advice and you're probably looking at them like, you ain't even doing that yourself. Like, how could you tell me to do something that you're not doing? You understand what I'm explaining? And that's possibly why it's not like resonating with you or sitting well with you to do whatever said person is suggesting that you do. You also have the 7 of Cups that shows up. So this 7 of Cups is like, you know, those feelings that I was just touching bases on, that like, you know, that like no, like, you know, those feelings, they're there for a reason, even if they're just to bring you more awareness to getting back to your foundation. Everything happens exactly like it's supposed to. Everything happens for a reason. So, you know, just pay attention to your emotions and don't necessarily let them control you, but do let them guide you into a more suitable, prosperous, pleasurable space. It's also given with that 7 of Cups energy that, you know, there is some deception, some manipulation, some deceit of some kind, and it can very much be from yourself, right? It can be from yourself. So even though, and it's crazy, even though you can look at these people and you're like, well, how are you telling me to do something that you're not doing? That doesn't necessarily mean that it's inaccurate information that they're providing. So, you know, do be open, like I said, to receiving the information, and then at some point be willing to do your own research so that you can find what actually resonates with you. Does that make sense? Because I'm a firm believer that spirit does not, like, we're all being used, right? Everything happens exactly like it's supposed to. And even if somebody who's not operating in a space tends to give you some type of information, it could just be for you to take that information, do your research on it, and then you doing your research will actually lead you into the direction that you actually needed to go in. Does that make sense? I hope it does. Let's go into the Chakra Wisdom Oracle deck. Spirit, what is it that Aries needs to know in this deck? Can you please give us the cards that we need in order for us to be able to receive the message at hand with an open mind and an open heart? Mm-hmm. We're looking for at least one more to come out. We got two. There it is. There it is. Gotcha. Okay. Makes sense. Makes a lot of sense. Okay, so the first card up is Quest, right? And this card, if you can look at it, it's like, say for instance, this is you, right? You are traveling along this path, and as you are traveling, you are creating this path. Because if you look behind her, you see there's no path for her to follow, or this individual to follow. And if you decide, or when you decide to turn around and keep it pushing, you're going to continue to create the path that you're on, right? As you're on this path, you are going to come across people, right? Whoever these people or this individual may be, who may be able to provide you with some type of insight, some type of information. But when they provide you with this, you still have to choose to do what you're going to do with it, right? Which then goes back to me saying that some people give you information, and then you are supposed to take that information, whether it's to do research, whether it's to apply it to your life, or whatever the case may be, right? The energy of complacency pops up. You do not have to feel like this. You don't have to feel like, dang, like, I don't know how to move forward. Nobody's helping me. Nobody can do said things, or no, like the information that I'm getting, it's not doing what I needed to do. So I just feel stuck. No, not necessarily, okay? With this energy popping up, it's like, appreciate whatever it is that you have. Make do with what it is that has already presented itself to you, and do what you can do with it, right? Appreciate what you have, and as you appreciate what you have, you will open the doors for more to be able to come in, okay? You most definitely will. But a lot of it, going back to the start of the reading, has a lot to do with you, like, in your foundation, like the foundation that you create, not the foundation that has been given to you. Again, you're not here to follow somebody else's path. You're here to create your own and do what works best for you. So please do take heed to that, because I feel like that is very important for you right now. And with that being said, we are going to close out this message. I do hope that it has brought you some type of clarification, confirmation, or is assisting you in some type of way, shape, or form. If you have not yet subscribed to the channel, please do make sure that you subscribe to the channel. Your elemental messages, as well as with Leo and Sagittarius, will be dropped on Friday. So make sure you tap in for that as well. Have the best rest of your day. Peace.